We're live. Good morning. Breakfast with Coach Big Pete. How you guys doing? Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Visit deepdishfootball.com. Episode 12. Here we go. Quarterfinals. Pretty good quarterfinals. Unlike last year, where we had some pretty exciting games. And again, my email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also on TikTok as well. Deep Dish Football Live Thursday, 4:30. Later that day, that night, DuPage Run and Shoot Show with me and my co-host Patrick Codo. Make sure you check it out as well. And Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, 9 a.m. Sunday, as always. And this is Breakfast with Coach Big Pete. Doing free recruiting advisement sessions. Schedule your advisement session today. Players, parents, email me at coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. That's coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com for an advisement session, for a recruiting advisement session. And it's going till December 15th, or I think December 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Also, December 3rd, doing a free recruiting seminar. It's going to be on Facebook Live. It's going to also be on Instagram Live too, December 3rd. Be sure to check it out. It's at 3 p.m. It's the Saturday after the IHSA State Finals. Make sure you check it out. And again, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal or VENMO link below. Again, it helps out Deep Dish Football very much. There was another piece of news I wanted to get to. Again, recruits, please, I beg of you, for your Twitter handles, please use your real name, size, weight. Please, what position you play, GPA, your class year, and what high school you go to on your Twitter bio. It has to be the full high school name. It just can't be the initials. It must be the full high school name. That will help a college coach find out what high school you go to so he can talk to that coach. And again, please, players and parents, you got to have a positive relationship with your son's coaches, and players have a positive relationship with your coaches. They are the ones that college coaches want to hear from. They want to hear from them. So, again, just a reminder. All right, and we get into big news headlines again. Johnson City wins. Congratulations to Johnson City. I'm really excited. And again, I am cheering for Johnson City. Yes, I favor the Black Diamond Conference teams. I want to see Johnson City play in a state title game. Big win. I think it's since I forgot to put the year down. Since Carterville, when Carterville was in the Black Diamond Conference, when they won the state title game in the 90s. But big shout out. I'm happy a Black Diamond team is in the semifinals. It's well deserved. Big shout to the Johnson City Indians, and again, I want them to do good. I'm very, very showing impartialness to Johnson City, and Johnson City's that good of a team. Well deserved, great community, and again, great conference in the Black Diamond Conference. Carterville loses to Rochester. Vassy from Prairie Ridge, quarterback. Ran all over Harlem, scored 8 touchdowns. Yardage, I forgot to put the yards, but he gets a playoff record. Vassy, the quarterback from Prairie Ridge, again, they run that triple option. Hell of a player. Leonard Bowl again. We have the Leonard Bowl again. Last one ever. It's going to be a semifinal game at Sacred Heart Griffin. Derek versus Ken Leonard, last one ever as Ken Leonard. This is his last season, so congratulations to them. St. Rita wins. The There's two West Suburban Conference teams that are in the semifinal games in 8A. There's 4 teams from the DuPage County that are in the that are going to be in the semifinals. Big shout out to them. Mount Carmel absolutely destroys Brother Rice. Absolutely destroys Brother Rice. And very impressed with Mount Carmel. Very impressed with Mount Carmel as well. All right, so we get to the games. To the full thing. Lena Winslow wins. Lena beats Fulton pretty easily. Congratulations to Lena Winslow. They'll be taking on the semifinal. Oh, what's that? Another NUIC team? Yes, it is. Forston. They'll be taking on Forston. Forston defeats Dakota. Big shout to the Forston Cardinals. Dakota deserves all of a hats off to them because they've had a wonderful season. The coach did a wonderful job with the Dakota Indians. Big shout out to Dakota. Ridgeview Lexington beats Tuscol pretty easily as well. Camp Point Central beats Greenfield. Big shout to Coach Dixon. Merrill Forsyth beats Rockridge. Big shout to Coach Joseph. Tri-Valley beats Knoxville. Tri-Valley still riding at high after that big win over Wilmington. St. Teresa beats Pana. And again, I think the big thing was they were able to get pressure and stop Max Lynch. And they did. St. Teresa won. St. Teresa, unbelievable. Max Lynch, unbelievable season. Unbelievable career for Pana. Big shout out to him. Johnston City beats El Toff Catholic. Like I just talked about before, big shout to Johnston City. I'm happy to see this is a big time win for Johnston City. It's exciting to see, and it's good to see a Black Diamond Conference team get into the semifinals. Can we get a Black Diamond Conference team into the finals? Please, that'd be awesome. I'm fully supportive of the Black Diamond Conference. I would love to see a Black Diamond Conference team in the semifinals. Again, if you like work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link or Venmo link below. All right. Good morning to you, sir. IC wins against Princeton in overtime, and some IC fans were completely shocked, and they didn't believe what me and Mr. Codo had to say from the DuPage Run Shoot Show. Again, Princeton is that damn good. Tegan Davis is that damn good. IC was behind in the fourth, going in the third, fourth quarter. They came back. They got the overtime, and they won the game. Big shout to IC, Coach Kraft, Coach Bowen, all those kids. They did a wonderful job. But also a big shout to Princeton. Congratulations, Princeton, on a hell of a season. And they played their butts off. That was a great game, IC versus Princeton. Nothing but respect for Princeton. Bryan beats Reed Custer. Bryan again beats Reed Custer for the second straight year, sending Reed Custer back to packing. And a big shout to Reed Custer, by the way. Coach Johnston has done a wonderful job with this Reed Custer program. I've coached against Reed Custer. And it was like 2014, 15, and 13. And they were on the cusp of some years, and they had some good football. But again, Johnston has reinvigorated Reed Custer football. They look unbelievable. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to Reed Custer football and the Comets. Now, we'll see what happens next year, but they got a nice little youth movement going in. They had their feeder system, I guess, is doing a good job for Reed Custer. Reed Custer's going to be good. But Reed Custer, for the coming years, don't be so cocky. Be humble. It works. Toledo Unity beats Prairie Central. Big shout to Toledo Unity. Big win. Prairie Central, hell of a story. Hell of a season for Prairie Central. Big shout out to them. But Toledo Unity gets the win. They will be taking on Williamsville, who beat Olympia. And Olympia, great story. That whole season, well, Olympia's this in the playoff season has been nothing but a great story. Big shout out to the Olympia Spartans. But Williamsville wins. They were just too much. We get the 4A. Providence Catholic beats Richmond Burden. And again, Providence Catholic has been a great story this season. And Richmond Burden, hell of a story too. Providence Catholic got it a little bit better. But big shout out to them. Lucas Proudfoot and all that group. St. Francis beats Rochelle. Big shout out, by the way. Big shout out to St. Francis. on a big win and a big win, especially with what happened last year. They beat Rochelle and the Rochelle Hubs. That whole crew, especially Garrett Ginsler and the coaching staff, they proved a lot this season. Big shout out to Rochelle as well. Rochester beats Carterville pretty easily. Congratulations to the Rockets. Big congratulations to the Carterville Lions on having just an unbelievable season and just an unbelievable winning streak as well. Big shout to them. Sacred Heart Griffin beats Murfreesboro. Sacred Heart Griffin will be playing Rochester the Leonard Bowl one last time. Sycamore beats Sterling. Sycamore making a great run, a historic run. They beat a tough Sterling team, and they have to take on a Nazareth team that beat Morgan Park. It was 39-0 or 29-0. But a big shout to Nazareth Academy on a big time win. And again, Nazareth Academy, there were questions, especially what I saw when they played Samia. They've been nothing but spectacular in the playoffs. This truly is the second season. Congratulations to Nazareth Academy. Morris beats Mahusi Moore. Mahusi Moore, again, they had a tremendous season. Coach Atkins did a wonderful job. A wonderful group of kids and a great team. But Morris gets the best of them. And again, another loss that I saw. Win. They beat Kalen, was very impressed with them. But those losses that they had, especially against Richmond Burden, I was completely shocked by. But Morris is bouncing back, and they look like they're the real deal. And they will be playing Peoria, who beat Moscato in snow. There was snow on the ground, and Southern Illinois had a little bit of a snow shower in the morning. But Peoria wins. Peoria makes it to the semifinals. Just unbelievable. The team's unbelievable. But big shout to Moscato as well. It was a great season. St. Ignatius beats Niles Notre Dame. St. Ignatius, they're making another historic run. Niles Notre Dame, unbelievable season. They started on fire at the beginning of the season. They slowed down, but they were able to find that fire again back into the playoffs, and they had a wonderful season. Carlos Schmelz, the Vincenzo brothers or whatever, the wonderful job. St. Ignatius, again, big time win. That triple option offense is a killer. A great defensive line, and they will be playing Prairie Ridge, who absolutely demolished Harlem. Harlem had a great season. They had another historic. This was a historic season for the Harlem Huskies. Vassy from Prairie Ridge, 8 touchdowns at that game. Playoff record. Tyler Vassy, quarterback for Prairie Ridge, again, triple option offense. But Tyler Vassy is the real deal. I'm telling you this right now, this Prairie Ridge team is going to be serious. And you got two teams that run the option facing each other to face East St. East St. Louis, who won again. East St. Louis beat Crete-Monee. Who they have a good shot at playing East St. Louis. And East St. Louis has trouble with the option. So we'll see what happens. Lamont beats Kenwood. Congratulations to Lamont versus Kenwood. They shut out Kenwood 14-0. Congratulations to Lamont. East St. Louis beats Crete-Monee. East St. Louis is that damn good. Again, run clock. Crete-Monee, great season. Well deserved to be in the quarterfinals. East St. Louis is that damn good. They play Lamont like they did last year. So it's looking like East St. Louis in the state finals. I'm sorry, Lamont, but I just don't see you stopping see St. Louis. They're that damn good. Mount Carmel versus Brother Rice. Yeah. Running. They had a running clock. It's just too weird to say it. It's too weird to say it, especially with the CCL, the Chicago Catholic League. Mount Carmel absolutely beats the brakes off of Brother Rice in this quarterfinal. St. Rita beats St. Charles North in a tough-fought game at St. Charles North. Big shout-out to Coach Pomzak. Those North Stars, they'll be back next year. the future is so bright for the North Stars. But St. Rita will be facing Mount Carmel in a rivalry game of the first week that they played against each other. St. Carmel lost to Mount Carmel. We'll see what happens. It should be an interesting game. Batavia beats Yorkville in another tough game. And again, Yorkville looked pretty okay. Coach McGuire, he had a good season with these Foxes. But again, Batavia was just too much. And again, we have a lot of teams where the regular season record doesn't show how good this team was. And that was a good team. Lake Zurich beats Pekin in a tough, energetic, entertaining game. One of the best games in the state of Illinois yesterday. Unbelievable turnovers. And just Lake Zurich, it was a back and forth match. Pekin's got nothing to hang their heads down on. Because Pekin played a hell of a game. Lake Zurich played a hell of a game as well. Big shout to Coach Plants. Big shout to the Lake Zurich Bears on a big-time win. Well-deserved. Pekin, great season. Kanye, Tyler, Spreckler, that whole Dragon crew deserves a lot of respect. So, great game, guys. Entertaining game. I watched the game. I was completely impressed. Okay. I'm eating crow right now. Yes, Lincoln Way East, you have me eating crow. I had Warren Township winning state title this year. I stuck with them, but they lost to Lincoln Way East. Tishner had a hell of a game against Warren Township. Yes, I am eating crow. I am eating shit. Congratulations to Lincoln Way East. Warren Township, great season. And I'm not going to be publisher for next year, but I'm hoping Warren Township in the coming years they get Coach Brian McNulty a state title. Because the guy deserves it, and for what he's doing with this Warren Township team. Big shout out to Coach McNulty and them. But Lincoln Way East gets in. Coach Zolner gets in. And I've heard nothing but compliments about the Lincoln Way East team being Class X. So it's great to hear, and it's good to see classy teams. And big shout to Zolner and the Lincoln Way East winning. And yes, I'm eating crow and shit. And Warren Township, great season. Glenbard West beats Maine South in a pretty tough game. Maine South almost came back, hit an onside kick, but Glenbard West was able to recruit in the last seconds of the game. Again, Glenbard West getting into the semifinals, and York beats Palatine. York, Glenbard West, two West Suburban Conference teams in the same division as well. I keep screwing up silver and gold, but well deserved. They will be in the semifinals. What was I going to say? Glenbard West will be playing Lincoln Way East. York beats Palatine. Big shout out to York. They will be facing Loyola Academy, who beat Lyons Township in a nice little trench battle, but Loyola was, again, just too much. Big shout out to Loyola Academy on the big win. Big shout out to Glenbard West on the big win. Big shout out to York on the big win. Palatine, hell of a season, by the way. They're going to be good for next year. Maine South, they're going to be unbelievable next year. Maine South is what Glenbard West was last season. Maine South's going to be that next year. Maine South's going to make a huge run for the state title game. When have they never? But Maine South is going to be that good for next season. So don't sleep on Maine South. Well, nobody sleeps on Maine South, but they're that damn good. And Lions that's another team that's going to be good for next year too. They have great youth at their spots. They're going to be ready to run for a state title next season as well. Coach Butcher and all them. One thing for you. I'm going to say this one thing. Unleash Otto Zeman. Unleash Otto Zeman. Unleash Otto Zeman. All right, there we go for that. And do you have any questions? A big shout to Cremoni, by the way, again, on the big season, if I didn't mention that. Any other questions, feel free to ask. Follow Coach Big P, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpfp@gmail.com. And again, Deep Dish Football Live, 4:30 p.m. on Thursday. And the week before Thanksgiving, before the state final games, Deep Dish Football Live will be at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, unlike Thursday. And DuPage Run Shoot Show will be on Wednesday as well is tradition because of it being, we don't do any shows on Thanksgiving and that because everyone's with their loved ones and family. So I take it we have no questions. Again, make sure you follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email again is coachbigpete@gmail.com. Again, still doing free recruiting advisement sessions with parents and players. And actually, I had one coach that wanted to do a recruiting advisement session too. It's absolutely free. Schedule your recruiting advisement session either Zoom, phone, or in person. I got my first in-person meeting later this week. I'm right now at number 72 meetings. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks almost of meetings. It's been wonderful. Make sure you schedule yours today. It's absolutely free recruiting advisement session. We talk ins and outs of recruiting. It's that quick. It's really quick. And it's really simple too. And a lot of parents are shocked by it. But I'm going to say this right now. Parents, recruiting and the kids, recruiting is so easy. Even a caveman like me can do it. Yes, it is that easy. I'm telling you that right now. Parental intuition is one of the greatest tools in recruiting. Everything you see is how you see. It is very simple. It is very easy. There is nothing hard about it. I'm telling you that right now. So, schedule your free recruiting advisement session. Free recruiting seminar December 3rd on Facebook Live, Instagram Live. Email me your questions at coachbigpete@gmail.com. They will be read out. I'm going to do a whole presentation, yada, 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 the whole shebang about recruiting on December 3rd at 3 o'clock. That is the week after the state final games as well. And, so that is it. Breakfast with Coach Big Pete is done. We now enter into the semifinals. I will see you guys on Deep Dish Football Live. And again, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip / donation via PayPal, VENMO link below, in the link on the video on Facebook, or visit deepdishfootball.com and look at the donations tab as well. Thank you guys so much for joining, and have a lovely, lovely morning.